Pat and Walter's next step was to visit the Housing Market Renewal offices. The person they spoke to offered them little hope.
No legal rights.
On the opposite side of Langworthy Road is a redevelopment of 350 homes from traditional terraces into revolutionary upside-down houses, built and designed by Urban Splash. The new development is in Chimney Pot Park, the very streets visited by Jack Straw 9 years ago. Few, if any, of the people who were moved out for the development have been able to move back in. Andy Fox got £5,000 for his old home and is still paying off his mortgage on it. He now lives in a council house with his dad.
In the end, I just gave up and thought, well, what's the point? It doesn't matter. It's a council. You can't fight the council, can you?
Chris Norton and her family actually asked about moving back to her old street, but she says she was given short shrift by a council employee.
So she, well, basically, we're looking for the more professional person. And I said, well, both me and my husband are professional people. So she said, no, we're looking for more doctors, nurses, dentists. So I was just disgusted, absolutely disgusted, and I just walked away.
Urban Splash were given £13.3 million of public money to deliver affordable homes for local people. At the launch in 2003, they confidently announced that the houses would be priced at between £30,000 and £50,000. But when the first houses went on sale in 2006, prices started at £125,000, with £5,000 extra for a parking space. So what happened to affordable homes?
Now, in the time, the house prices locally were selling for 10, 15, 20,000. So at the time, 30,000, 40,000 was a figure that was way above anyone's expectations. So it was quite a hefty figure at the time. Since then, house price inflation's gone up massively in the area. So if a local house is selling for 80 or 90,000 now, and then we launch them at 30 or 50,000, surely that's a big problem for people in the local area, because then everyone would be saying we're deflating house prices.
All the new homes have been snapped up, but less than 50 have been bought by local people. This, despite another £5 million of public money to help with first-time buyer incentive schemes. Clearly, they're still a bit too pricey for most Langworthy residents. Local businesses have also been decimated, and those that remain have had enough. This is John Yendall. He took over the K&S newsagents 2 years ago, but now he is selling up.
Well, where's all the locals gone? There's 700 homes gone, 700 families, 2,000, 3,000 people gone.
Pete and Jenny Smith have fed generations of Salfordians with traditional fish and chips. But the council wants them out as well.
They destroyed Salford as a community. They're trying to turn Salford into a yuppie area. And it's not going to work.
Pete and Jenny have been offered alternative premises, but without a hot food licence. Not much use if you're running a fish and chip shop. This is a list of compensation figures paid out to homeowners across Langworthy. Alder Street, £5,000. Harmsworth Street, £7,500. West Tower Street, £2,500. Some people didn't get the price of a second-hand car. The locals have made it pretty clear for a long time that they're not happy with the way their lives have been messed about. Those that remain are fighting to retain what's left of their community.
The community spirit is here. What the council should be doing is tapping into that community spirit, using that community spirit to the benefit of all within the area.
I can't see their vision of Salford at all. They don't, to me, I don't know, I think they want to see the last of Salford people.
It isn't worthy of the emblem of the city of Salford, which we've a plaque up there. Industry and integrity was the motto then. How much integrity is there in what's gone on here? Not a lot.
The people of Langworthy need answers. I've come to see if I can get some from the leader of Salford City Council. Councillor John Merry and I had a full and frank exchange of views on home swap,
You give them a home swap, a like for like, but then you charge them for the privilege.
What we said to them is we will put £20,000 plus into renovating a particular property. We will give that property to you, and if you stay in there for 10 years, actually there is a very small insignificant charge that if you come to sell the property, you would have to pay.
On the pricey upside-down houses scheme at Chimney Pot Park.
And you know, Nigel, what happens is that people have tended to move out of Salford as and when they've got successful. Why can't we retain them within Salford by providing them with a diversity of properties so that there are properties suitable for their aspirations to actually stay in the area?
And on the people who are feeling disenfranchised by the whole situation.
If there are individual cases who feel that they're worse off as a result, we'll obviously want to look at them and talk to them and see what we can do to support them. Of course, I understand, people don't want to be inconvenienced, don't want problems in their particular area. But what I would ask them to do is to look at the changes that have taken place, look at the fact that house prices have risen in the area, look at what I think we've done, which is pull the area out of terminal decline.
Changes indeed. I left disappointed because Councillor Merry, for all the sincere belief in his vision, has for me overlooked the human element in his scheme.
We've lost a very valuable commodity. The commodity is the community. But we ain't gonna lie down and play dead.
Mate, I can't help but cry about Salford.
The way it's gone.
Yeah.
It's really upsetting, isn't it?
Yeah.
For me, the council has thrown out the baby with the bathwater. People here have suffered for years, first with criminal gangs and yobs, then as a result of that, a collapse in their property prices. I believe that those same people are being made to suffer further by a council that's lost the plot and lost sight of its civic responsibilities to many of its citizens. It seems that the giddy self-congratulation of bringing BBC Media City to within a mile from here has gone to the council's head. It's clouded its judgment to the point that it's forgotten for who and what regeneration was originally meant. Land has become more valuable than houses, and the people in them. Demolition means vacant plots of land, and therefore a blank canvas upon which the councillors and the developers can draw their future plans. Now, you can call it social engineering, you can call it social cleansing, you can call it what you want. But in my opinion, there's something important missing from those plans, and that's the ordinary people of Langworthy.
Dirty old town, dirty old town.